Hi, everyone. Welcome to Home Cooking with Pride. I'm Brian Rodriguez from Silicon Valley Pride. It's good to have everyone with us, and I'm really excited to be able to be cooking with a really good friend of mine. You probably all know her, Sera Fernando, our chief diversity and inclusion officer for Silicon Valley Pride. And May is the month of Asian Pacific Island Heritage Month, so we're celebrating Asian Pacific Island Heritage cuisine and inviting community members from the API community to come cook with us. So without any further delay, let's bring Sera into the show.
Hey folks! Hi! Oh my god, I'm so excited to be here today.
I'm excited to have you. And you know what? This is like, I know we were chatting offline, but this is something I grew up eating with best friends. And then my stepfather's half Filipino and half New Mexico Mexican. So like
Mm,
Filipino stuff was always in the mix when I was eating, but it
yeah,
was never anything I learned how to make. So I'm excited.
yeah. Well, I'm excited to show y'all how to make the best Filipino chicken adobo. And the cool thing is that this is only my second time making it. And like, believe you me, I've tried a lot of chicken adobo recipes, and like for some reason or another, and I got this recipe off of comedian Joe Coy, famous Filipino American comedian, blowing up in the scene. If you don't know Joe Coy, make sure you follow him because his recipes for a comedian, they are spot on. So I'm going to be using his recipe for the most part. Then we're going to do like a mango tomato salad and all that stuff. But I'm super excited to be able to bring this to you all today. So are we ready?
Yeah, I'll follow you. Lead.
All right. Okay. So let's start off with making the chicken adobo kind of like marinade. And this is probably like the most basic thing in making chicken adobo. So, what you're going to need, Brian, is that you're going to need soy sauce. So any sauce could do. So Kiko Man's a good one. And you're also going to need white vinegar, okay? So any white vinegar, again, you could go to any grocery store and get this. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your soy sauce, make 1/2 cup of soy sauce and 1/2 cup of the vinegar, and you're just going to put it in there. Okay? So go ahead and do that. I already pre-made my stuff, so I mean, I could pretend.
Okay.
But yeah. But yeah, 1/2 cup, 1/2 cup, and you can just use the same thing.
Yeah.
One thing I recommend though is that if you are familiar with the Oriental grocery store, us Filipinos love a little bit more flavor. So I like doing like the Filipino branded Datu Puti. So if I could get like a t-shirt that says Datu Puti, this is like a Filipino favorite. And there's also Silver Swan soy sauce. This is what my mom always bought for some reason. And before I'm like, oh, you bought it because it's probably cheaper than the Kikoman, but actually it brings out a little bit more flavor. So again, you have options, but you can get this at any grocery store for the regular Kikoman and the regular white vinegar, okay? After that, what you're gonna do, Brian, is that you're gonna grab some brown sugar. Now, brown sugar, this is the secret ingredient. And you want to do 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And what you're gonna do is you can get those 2 tablespoons, you're just gonna put that in your little marinade that you have right over there. All right.
Got it. Okay.
And what I'd like to do is I just like to whisk it. So you want to just grab a whisk or a spoon or anything like that, and you just whisk it around. Make sure that it's like nice and whisked. And I'll show you folks how it looks like after.
Cool.
All right. So whisk that around. Then my other secret ingredient is that rather than using black pepper, and you want to use at least one teaspoon of black pepper. So you could use you could crack black pepper on it, but what I like using is the whole peppercorn. Now, this is not for everybody. Trust me. When I was a kid, when I saw this, or when I ate this, it was just like, ugh, ugh, I can't do it. And I still pick it up, but black peppercorn just brings out a little bit more flavor.
Got it. Got it.
So get black peppercorn or just regular black pepper. It's totally fine. But 1 teaspoon, I'm sorry, 1 teaspoon should be enough. You still with me?
Yep.
We get in there. Okay. Let me grab my garlic real quick.
So should I smash my garlic?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you a quick technique in smashing garlic. You can show me yours. I'll show you mine if you show me yours, Brian.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Mine fell asleep.
Wow. Okay. So, how do you smash garlic, Brian?
So here I'm gonna do my laptop. See, so basically,
Yeah.
so basically, what I do is I take a thing like that and I
Yeah.
go
Oh, very good.
like smish it like that.
Yeah. You're a little braver than me because the way I do it is I use a wooden spoon. I think the wooden spoon is just safer, and I'm afraid of sharp things. Like Filipinos, we have nothing but dull knives. I've grown up accustomed to using dull knives. I don't know why, but it just is what it is. We don't have like the big butcher knife. Some do, but like the big butcher knife that a lot of Asian countries use, I use just like dull knives, and it seems to work. Every time I use a knife, it's just dull. But what we're gonna do here is like I just like go here and I just smash it. Oh, and go right over here, a piece of garlic right there, and I just smash it, just like that. And see how like nice and smashed that is. You can smash it just a little bit more. No need for like cutting, no need for anything like that. Just smash it and go ahead and put it in marinade. All you need is like 5 pieces. Garlic is an essential in Filipino cooking, as is with like pretty much a lot of cooking out there. But we love our garlic. The last thing I didn't put in my marinade is I did not chop my onions yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and chop this white onion because I want onions in mine. And I think I'm just going to use half because this is a pretty big onion. You see, it cuts just fine, even though it's a little dull. It's fine. How are you doing under this heat, Brian?
Oh my gosh! So we do have AC, which is a blessing, but it never works in our kitchen. Our kitchen has a gorgeous view, full of windows that let in a ton of heat. Earlier, I posted to my story or to my feed on Instagram. It was 100 degrees inside, and it was 99 out. It's like crazy. That's the one part of our house. Like it'll be 82 somewhere else with the AC going. It's like 100 in this kitchen. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I'm okay.
We don't have AC. We're in one of those ancient like Campbell fourplexes, so we don't have AC here. With my onions, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quarter slice it. Actually, I'm going to do 1/8 slices, just to give it a little bit more I think that should be good enough. I'm just going to leave that on the side for now. All right. So Brian, while you cut that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce the chicken. So the chicken, Filipinos love dark meat. I don't know why. I love it, but my mom, when she was raising us kids, she always bought the whole chicken because, like in the Philippines, like I mean, they raise chickens. So being able to just have the whole chicken, knowing how to cut it. I have no clue on how to cut it. That's why I needed to watch your first video, Brian, on how to like dissect a chicken. I don't know how to do that. But the reason why I like using dark meat, especially for this recipe, really is just because it's easier to cook.
Quick question. Should I put it in the marinade mixture?
Yeah, you can start doing that now, and I'll show you how I do it. So go ahead and start putting the chicken in the marinade mixture. And some of the chicken you could buy, you could always just buy this simply at any grocery store. So I got this from Lucky's, right? But I also went to Mitsuwa, and Mitsuwa has like very exquisite like drumsticks and thighs. The way it's cut. So last time I made it with big big thighs. I'm not sure a thigh or leg person, Brian, but
I think
probably neither.
Actually, I'll take the whole pot.
Thank you. I've thigh, leg, and breast. But anyways, I got this from Mitsuwa, and if you look at the kind of like how big these thighs are, they're like super small, very delicate. So we're gonna try this for the first time. Okay. All right. So what you're gonna do is put everything together, Brian, and I'll show you how it looks like.
Okay. So do I need to? So do we fry the chicken before we put the marinade on it, or do we put the marinade on it and then fry it, or what do we do?
You could do either or. I mean, it's a marinade for a reason.
Okay.
So if you're in a rush, it's okay to fry the chicken before.
Okay.
But what I did in preparation,
Mhm.
you
Well,
told me
I
hungry,
don't
right?
care, so I'll just bake
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And I'll show you how it could be fried.
Okay.
But if you look right over here, I have like all the ingredients. So right over here is all the chicken, everything just marinated. And I did this morning so that it just steeps in the marinade just a little bit more. The final ingredient, Brian, that you want to add on is going to be in your marinade. You
Mhm.
could go ahead and put the bay leaves in. So bay leaves again. Do I have it here somewhere? Oh yeah, bay leaves. So I got these bay leaves from Trader Joe's. I'll do it
Mhm.
like a makeup brush
Mhm.
from Trader Joe's.
Right on.
Um, 4 or 5 would do.
Mhm.
And this is something that you don't necessarily want to fry, but you want to get going. So go ahead and while you get that mixture going, let's go ahead and turn on our pan. I'm going to go ahead and go to the frying station, aka the oven or the stove.
Sully, can you turn on my oven? Again?
All right. So what you're going to do is we're going to heat our pan. Should have heated this before, but that should be okay because this shouldn't take too long. What I'm going to do, just regular vegetable oil. You don't necessarily have to use just don't use olive oil because that makes no sense because of its low smoking point. Vegetable oil, I'm normally a vegetarian, so vegetable oil works for me, but you could use canola oil. You could also use corn oil.
Mhm.
But you just want enough to be able to coat the pan and fry the chicken.
Got it. I oil my pan.
Okay, very cool. And while that heats up, we got like around 3 minutes.
Okay.
And this is a good time to get that drink of yours.
Started.
You could.
You know what? My chicken's ready to go. Is it okay to put it in?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. While you do that, for Filipinos, y'all, we just don't necessarily drink that much wine, nor do we drink that many alcoholic or beverages or like mixed drinks, cocktails, or anything like that. So San Miguel or Modelo or any kind of light beer is always a good decision. So Modelo, always the right choice. Sorry, I didn't have enough time to get that San Miguel. So yeah. So while you get that started, Brian, while my pan heats up, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Filipino cooking. And first off, Brian, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What's your favorite Filipino restaurant?
You know what? I don't know where a good Filipino restaurant to go is besides like Goldilocks. You know, like is there like a
Okay.
Filipino
You,
restaurant?
well, here's the thing. With Filipino restaurants, yes, there are. And there are a lot in existence. However, with Filipino cooking, when it comes to restaurants, they don't necessarily last for a while, and they don't come up in that much popularity. So even like a lot of Goldilocks in our location, hey Daniel, a lot of Goldilocks in our location actually closed
Mhm.
because they were just not too popular. And the reason being is because a lot of Filipino cooking, it's big family style. It's
Mhm.
not suitable for fast food. It
Mhm.
could be, and it's been tried so, but
Mhm.
it's a good sit down meal. And the way we like to celebrate is just being able to be around, a table with just, 1 or 2 dishes right in the center, everyone sharing, everyone like eating off like the same, not the same dish, but like a common
Okay.
like family style,
Mhm.
right? When it comes to Filipino food as well, like I don't know if you heard this, and I mean I'm even saying it, but adobo for me, I make the best adobo. Why? Because my mom makes the best adobo and my grandma makes the best adobo. Yeah, I don't think you'll ever hear a Filipino ever saying that their parents don't make the best anything because they always do. And
Mhm.
because of that, and parents don't necessarily open their own restaurants. They have other things to do, like being a nurse or being
Yeah.
being part of the post office, right?
Yeah.
Like these are things where, like, if you we have this kind of food at home, and the best food that we have is always at home. And because like the best Filipino food is always made by our relatives and our family, like why go to a restaurant? And
Yeah.
that's why restaurants aren't that popular with the Filipino community.
Funny, like you're not the first Filipinx friend to tell me that like
Yeah.
culturally and the love for your parents, like they don't always tend to last well the restaurant.
Yeah, and with Filipino food, again, Filipino culture in the Philippines is a third world country, let's face it. And a lot of the foods that we make, they don't necessarily keep well. They keep well in this humid, this hot kind of like weather condition, right?
Right.
So being able to keep adobo out or keeping sinigang out or keeping any kind of citrusy kind of food, it could keep under that humid weather because there's some folks that don't have a refrigerator or some kind of cooling system, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's important to have this food that kind of keeps for a while that everyone could like eat. So that's why. So you'll find like a lot of citrusy, a lot of vinegary, a lot of those kind of flavors in our cooking. Not necessarily a lot of spicy. So spicy food is something that you won't see inherent in Filipino cooking. So I'm gonna go back to the stove right now. And yeah, I believe it. And I'm gonna start frying chicken.
Right on. I'll meet you at the
All right. So I'm gonna turn the fan on just a little bit.
You want to come to the
All right. So I got the chicken right over here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna fry it. Got that nice heat going. I'm gonna drop it down just a little bit because I don't want to splatter. I am wearing white. And what we're gonna do is we're not gonna necessarily fry it all the way. We're just gonna brown it. Woo! Look at that fry. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like a fire in here. I know he's probably not going to come off camera, but I'm thinking, I don't know if Solly makes the best adobo. I don't know if Solly makes the best anything, but one day Solly has to come off, and maybe I should run the production end, and maybe he could cook some pure Filipino cooking for us as well. What does audience think? Yes, no, maybe so. I say yes.
So should I think my chicken is getting there. Should I
Okay.
are you still frying more chicken?
I just started frying. So what you're going to do, Brian, is what you want to do is get them brown on both sides.
Okay.
A nice golden brown.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I think that'll be enough. I don't think I want to cook all of these today. I'll save some for tomorrow. All right.
Okay.
Right. Brian, what's some of your favorite Filipino food?
I love lumpia. I think everyone loves lumpia. I like adobo. I like pancit. There's been a few things that a couple friends of mine have served me that just had way too strong of a flavor, and I can't remember their names. But
Yeah.
he went to Goldilocks, and he's like, I'm going to pick out for you." And there was a few things that I just couldn't. The flavor was so intense, and
Yeah.
a smell that I was not used to. I couldn't go through with it.
Right.
But I guess everyone likes lumpia and pancit and adobo. I mean, I guess those are staples, right? I mean, that's what
Yeah. Those are indeed staples, but there's so much good food out there
Oh
when
my
it comes to
God.
Filipino food.
One of my coworkers, he's Filipino, he would bring in mamons from
Lilacs?
Goldilocks, and I just thought that was funny because it means like cocksucker in Spanish.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
so I'm keeping my mames. So there you
Yeah. All right. How's the frying coming on, Brian?
go. You know what, Caroline, can you take a look and tell me what you think? Like, I think what do you think, Sarah? Like, I think I have some pretty good golden bits there. Like, my parents are all about it.
Okay.
But I
Oh
think
no. I can't see yours. I only see my side. Hey Salty, can you put it to Brian's cooking? I want to see what Brian has going on. Look at that. Mm. I see my camera's getting a lot of side boob action. All right.
I
I'm
think
just gonna
I think it's
wrap
pretty,
it up.
I think it's there.
Very nice. Oh, yours is coming out really good, Brian. Getting that nice fried on both sides
Mm-hmm.
makes it taste so good. All right.
Okay. I think it's ready to put in the oven, and yours is ready to put in the oven. I think I'm just gonna let mine fry a little bit in the pan.
Okay.
Down a tiny bit, but
Definitely. So what you want to do, Brian, is you want to go ahead and get your chicken and put it in that casserole dish that you brought out.
okay. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the whole Dutch oven in the oven, so I can just put my marinade in the cast iron Dutch oven.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my pieces right over here. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to get these glazed pieces of chicken that's fried right over here. I'm just going to throw it in
Get a
this little
picture.
casserole dish.
Get a picture. It's like bubbling and boiling. Look at that. Wow.
Ah, very nice.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead, sir. I was just excited by the bubbling light.
So I'm taking my chicken out because when you brown it, what's going to happen is that the rest of it is just going to cook in the oven. And folks, what you want to do is make sure you preheat your oven. I have it set at 400 just because. But normally I like a slow cook, so 375 is my sweet spot. But due to time, it's going to speed up the process and put it at that nice 400. Oop, get that chicken, put it right side up. All right. I don't know what happened with this one. I got this one sad cut. Look at this one. Like, what is this? I don't know. Okay. All right. So with the oven or with your frying pan still on, I'm just going to grab my onions. I'm just going to put the onions right there. We're just going to fry those onions for a little bit. Just want to give a big fat shout out to all my Asian, all my Pacific Islander friends. I know you had spectacular guests on, so Pat Tegans, you had Michelle Zhang, and you also had Takashi on.
Mm-hmm.
Tadashi, yeah, and that was like awesome to see those folks cook as well. One of my favorite dishes is the scrambled egg with tomato. It's like such the simplest dish, but it's so yummy.
So it was crazy because I was talking with Michelle and Pat and you know this too. Like our goal when we started doing this is like, what can we cook with simple ingredients
Yeah,
that aren't expensive, and
yeah,
how can we cook different ethnic cuisines with basics
yeah,
we can find at the supermarket? And if we don't want to buy the special sauces, what are the
yeah,
alternatives? Like I like Tadashi's suggestion of when you make okonomiyaki, since it means the way you like it, or however you want it.
Yeah.
Put in whatever toppings you like. But he said switch out for okonomiyaki sauce.
Yeah.
The half and half of Worcestershire and ketchup. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's a really
Yeah. Very good. All right. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just getting some of the garlic from the marinade and using my onions, kind of like browning these just for a little bit.
Should we make the cocktail right now, Sarah?
Yeah, you could definitely do it. I'm still cooking. If your stuff is in the oven, go
Oh,
ahead and get started on your cocktail.
I think I'll put mine in the oven right now.
Okay, then what I'll do is, again, what I love doing, folks, is like see all this browning right over here, or this oil. That's the good stuff right over there. And we're gonna put this glaze right in there. This is our marinade, our roux, as a lot of people like to call it. I still have some leftover chicken. I'll make this for tomorrow.
Cool.
I have the roux cooking up right over there. Right, heat it up just a little bit. Get some of this peppercorn action that we have right over here, and some of the bay leaves that we have. Maybe the others should be good. Let it bubble up just for a little bit. That should be good. You just want to get this marinated and just put it right on top of the chicken. Love it. Whew, it is hot. Turn off my stove. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this right in the oven. Again, this is set at 400.
Is that 400?
Mine's at 400.
Okay, cool. Mine's at 400 too.
Okay, very cool.
So, Jean-Marie, do you want to take it away with the margaritas?
Sure.
And here, let me give you the ice. We didn't want to melt.
Oh, great. Thank you. Okay, cool. So, hi, everyone. I'm happy to be here. So today I'm going to make margaritas. I will make a regular margarita and a Cadillac margarita. And I think the big difference is with the regular margarita, I'm going to use triple sec. And with the Cadillac, I'll use Grand Marnier, which is an orange liqueur. And it's very good.
And the añejo versus the casado.
Yeah, exactly. So these are two different tequilas. So I'll start with the regular margarita. So the basic ingredients essentially are tequila. Let's see. Start with this. I'm going to put three. It's going to be a nice generous pour. So I'm going to start with 3 ounces of tequila. And 2 ounces. That's the 3rd ounce. And then I'm going to use 1.5 ounces of triple sec. And that is my orange flavor. And then I will use 1.5 ounces of lemon juice, or lime juice actually. I suppose you could always use lemon in a pinch, especially if you have a lemon tree in the backyard.
Or it'd be a Baller's lemon drop, right?
Yeah, that's right. And not always required, but if you like something a little sweeter, I'm going to use a little bit of simple syrup. So I'm going to use 1 ounce.
That's too much. That's too much.
Brian doesn't think.
But if that's for me, that's too much.
Okay, I'm going to take this one, the cheap one. Check it out. I'm not going to use salt this time just because we like salty food and maybe we consume too much salt. So we're just going to skip the salt. Okay, so this is my drink. That's nice. I'll start with my drink.
Can I taste it? See what the difference is?
Oh, that's a nice one.
Very nice.
It's sweet, like a.
Oh my goodness.
A little bit left here. Okay, so now I will make the Cadillac margarita. Let's throw this in my shaker. Okay, so this time I am going to use this añejo tequila. It's
Aged longer.
Yeah, it's aged. The color is more golden. I personally really like this one. I think it's not as expensive as Cazadores. I think it's about $23 at Costco. And Cazadores I think is a little bit more expensive. But it all boils down to what you prefer. Now I will use the and there we go. An ounce and a half of this. And then an ounce and a half of my lime juice, which my wonderful husband
I don't know if I'm hearing anything. Can you folks hear me? Oh no.
Hey, can you hear us better now?
Yeah. I don't know. I think we lost it for a second, but I can hear you now.
Wow. What's the next step? Shall we make the tomato salad?
Yeah, so we're going to do next while we have those margaritas going, we have the Modelo flowing, we have the adobo like cooking in the oven and getting it all nice and crisp after, frying it. What we're going to do next is that we're going to create a mango tomato salad. Now, Filipinos are not really known for having that many salad dishes. Typically, when my mom cooked, it was always tomatoes, and tomatoes were just like with every single dish, and it's always just tomatoes with a little soy sauce or a little bit of fish sauce, what we call patis. But what we're going to do a little bit differently is we're going to put like a little mango. I did not have time to go to the grocery store to pick up shrimp fry, but Filipinos like a lot of Polynesian cooking, or like Thai, for example, they use a lot of fish sauce and fish paste in their dishes, or shrimp fry. We also use that too, but we're going to use fish sauce for this one. So, hearing that echo. So right now what I'm doing, folks, is I'm just cutting this red onion. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dice it real quick. I'm going to put that there.
Okay, I'm back.
Yay!
Technical difficulties. Thank goodness there's a co-host because, man, couldn't do this for a minute or two.
Right? I feel you.
I think
At my place, we just upgraded our like Wi-Fi to have that mesh Wi-Fi. Folks don't know I'm that kind of like geek girl that I want all the bandwidth.
So tell us, Jean, do we have mesh or do we have something different?
we don't have something as sophisticated as mesh. We just have a bunch of Wi-Fi access points using the same SSID. So it's just sharing the same password. It's sort of working for the most part, but it's not quite as good as mesh. May upgrade to mesh, but just now we're actually using Ethernet. We're wired, but we're still.
Oh, there you go. Nothing like wired. All right, so I got my red onions. I'm gonna throw it in there. This is my little salad spinner that I got at IKEA. It works.
Funny, the difference between
The difference between the, I think I lost you for a second there, Brian. But I am going to show you what kind of mangoes. I have like two different mangoes, but the mango I have right over here, this is just your standard like mango that you get from the grocery store. And with Filipinos, with this dish in particular, you want to get that firm, kind of like green, almost pretty much unripe mango, because with the unripe mango, it gives that nice sour kind of taste. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this like so. Just like that, seed, right? Then, I don't know if you folks ever saw this circus trick right over here, but getting my mango, I'm just gonna cut little squares right over here. And again, I'm using a dull knife, so I don't have to worry about cutting off my fingers. Believe you me, when I bought this knife set, it was like super sharp, and I did cut myself. Oh, I think I rushed this one. But you could just do that, right? Just get those nice cubes. I'm just gonna tear those out. Maybe cut them up just a little bit more. Other mangoes you can use is yay! Other mangoes you could use. I also bought this one, something called a Manila mango. At least that's what Mitsuo called it. It looks like this. I think this is also called a champagne mango. Champagne mango. But it looks like that. Really sweet and it's like super good just by itself. So if you're looking for a different kind of taste or texture, definitely that champagne mango gives it that nice sweet taste. I think I drooled. All right, we're gonna get those mangoes in there. It's gonna be nice cube mangoes. How you doing, Brian?
Good, good, good. We had some technical difficulty, but I already have my onions diced and been marinated. Because you sent me that YouTube video, right? So I marinated the red onions in lemon juice, kind of like the mother or auntie did in the YouTube
video. Yeah.
And
auntie.
She used red bell pepper, but I have tomatoes, some really good looking tomatoes. And I have some cilantro ready to go in the fridge. I just don't want it out.
Very nice.
And she did like something different with her mangoes where she, you know, kind of cut off the meaty part, right? And then peeled the skin off.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm just kind of like scoring mine and, you know, cutting it that way. But this is just how I'm used to handling a mango.
Same here. Like my mom, she's really good at just like peeling a mango and just cutting it without a cutting board, as if it's like a potato or something. And I'm just like, how do you do that without cutting yourself? And it's just like, I don't know, but you know, maybe now is a good time to ask. Maybe I need to do a cooking video with her so she can show me how to like cut a mango properly and cut a tomato properly.
Oh my gosh, that would be so fun.
But yeah, Filipino cooking, again, very vinegary, very sweet, very home style, very just, for me, it takes me home. And like, there's a very long time when I was resistant to it. Not resistant per se, but I preferred like eating out. Mm-hmm. So fast food and always eating out. My mom would complain like, why are you always eating out? You know, I listened to her, I would have saved so much money from eating out. Mm-hmm. My God.
You know, it's funny. Growing up, my mother's families were Okies that came to Watsonville to work in the fields in the 30s, and my dad's family were Mexican American, lighter skinned. They came in the 50s and worked in the fields. And my dad was a butcher, so I didn't get very much home cooking Mexican food with him. but my Oki grandmother cooked a lot. And I didn't realize how, even though it was hearty kind of American fare and you know, chickens and roasts and potato salads and salads and like linguiça and beans and all these like things like that. It's like, I didn't realize how good the home cooking was. Until I got to college and had to eat dorm food.
Yes.
Oh.
Once you start living on your own, that's when you know, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And this weird thing about quarantine, which is a really weird time, and you know, like I won't go into the politics of everything, but it's a really weird time. We are focusing a lot on cooking, and cooking's almost become like a ritual for us, and it kind of brought a little bit of sanity and routine to our life that has kind of been turned upside down because we're all trying to keep our community members well and ourselves well.
Absolutely. Have you tried baking bread yet?
No.
You're not at that level? Because we are. We're making Filipino pandesal. So my roommate, Brittany, she's making pandesal every Saturdays. And first batch did not come out so well. Second batch still not well. Third batch was, oh my God, like just kind of like growth mindset, learning how to, what they're doing wrong and seeing what they could do to do better. Just making it. And it's like the pandesal she makes now is just like so good. So much so that we're actually requested and we're doing deliveries every Saturdays now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. We don't charge yet. We just want the good publicity. So marketing is what we're charging for. So yeah. So right now I'm just cutting the Roma tomatoes. So I'm using 2 Roma tomatoes for this because I'm not making that big of a batch. And took some of the onions out because I feel like I used too much onions. So I got the Roma tomatoes, the onions, and the mango up in there. Last thing I need is a little bit of cilantro. So I'll get cilantro right over here. I have a question for you, Brian.
What's up?
When it comes to cilantro, it's something that is so perishable, especially when you buy it like in like Lucky's or at Trader Joe's. It seems like that it just goes away bad so quickly. What do you do to keep cilantro in your fridge?
So what I do is so this is from a previous lunch and I have another bunch in there, but what I try to do within a day or two of buying it is I wash it. Yeah. And then I put it back in its bag with a wet paper towel, and I find it helps keep the cilantro. Look how bright the cilantro is. This is about 6 days old. So
genius.
Store it in the bag with a wet paper towel, but not sopping, just like moist.
Yeah. We're learning that the hard way, trust me. We had so many spotty cilantros that would go bad within like 2 or 3 days. Then we had to like Google why it goes so bad. And apparently if you do what you're doing, or if you put it in some kind of water, then it will keep longer.
You know what a weird tip is that this is totally not related to cilantro. A weird tip is that I learned from Martha Stewart, which is totally legit tip. When you cut flowers, don't put that shit that they give you in the bouquet when you buy the bouquet. Put in cheap vodka or cheap gin. Cheap clear liquor really helps flowers like turkey and keep them from wilting. And also removing leaves at the bottom that would be normally submerged, cut those off so that you're not like letting them rot in the water. But I think the vodka or the clear liquor is good. And get wolf mitts or whatever is the cheapest stuff. Don't get stuff that you want to make into a drink. I mean, you can if you want, but I don't.
Like I made a mushroom stroganoff recently, and I bought cooking wine when the recipe clearly said just like cheap white wine in it. I kind of ruined it. I was like, what's the difference between cooking wine and real white wine? I don't know, but it just didn't work out for me.
Yeah, just use regular wine. Absolutely. Just use regular wine.
All right, so still keeping an eye on adobo, but we're gonna finish this off. So I have my melody right over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. So we're going to add a quarter cup of vinegar.
So I'm marinating my onions in lemon juice. Can I just put the lemon juice and the onion in there?
Honey, you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
No judgment. Okay.
Yeah. So I got the vinegar. So fish sauce. Again, this is something that if you're going to make this dish, you might not be able to find this at the local grocery store. I use Squid brand fish sauce, but any fish sauce would do. You go to any Asian supermarket, you should be able to find it. But this stuff is strong, trust me. And what you want to do is you want to use, we're going to use 3 tablespoons of fish sauce.
Is there something that I could use that could be an alternative, like
salt? Salt is totally fine.
Would I want to put like anchovy paste or something like that in there?
Anchovy paste could actually work too. So what you're doing is you're bringing some kind of like salty element to it.
Okay.
I might do less fish sauce because I think it's going to come out too salty with
Try that.
3. Yeah. So I'm going to do a little bit less. We're going to use a teaspoon of canola oil. So this is kind of like the dressing, right? Since we're using canola oil. This is something where I'm thinking you could also try it with olive oil if you want to be on the healthier side. But since we had canola oil, we're going to try that. Tablespoon of sugar. So we're going to use brown sugar right over here. Put this down just a little bit. Did we lose them again? Ah. So 1 tablespoon of sugar. Yeah, we got them back. Almost a tablespoon. And some freshly ground pepper. I'm just going to run right back and get
I'm
that.
back. Okay.
All right. And since I'm going to my oven already, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull out that adobo so you folks can see it. Oh, and my glass is just fogged up. Love it. Okay.
How do you know when your chicken is done?
Well, I just timed it.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bathe the roux just a little bit. Right over here. That roux all over. Oh, it's hot, folks. It is hot up in here. It smells so good. So we're going to let this cool down just a little bit. It's going to be ready to be plated in 5 minutes. Let me grab my black pepper. All right.
Hey Sarah, so this is the chicken.
Is that it? What do you think? Do you think it's cooked? Chicken scares me. That's why I became vegetarian for the most part. All right. So I got that pepper. Oh, I'm gonna grab my whisk.
Does this look right? How does this chicken look?
Salty, go ahead and just put Brian's camera. No, I can't really see
How
it.
does this look? Show me, you have to put it on the chicken.
That actually looks really good. Did you pull it from the oven?
I did, but you know what? Should it be more like tender?
It should be more tender, yes. So, I mean, It should be cooked to, like, you can't have any red on the bone. So it might have to sit for a while. Or it might be 5 more minutes till it's done. So be aware of that. And again, that's why I like using smaller pieces of chicken, so it cooks all the way.
Yeah, I think it needs a little more time. Yeah,
Okay,
see, that's a
that's
little,
fair.
it's a little red.
Okay. So right here I have my dressing that I made for the mango tomato salad. I'm just gonna pour it in right over there, just like that. And using my IKEA salad spinner, put that in there.
So what did you put in your salad spinner?
So I put the mango salad,
Oh,
the mango and
why are you
tomato
putting it there?
salad.
Why
Hmm?
are you doing that?
Why am I using it here?
Yeah, are you spinning the marinade out of your salad?
Oh no, well, I like making sure that all of it goes in all pieces, and then I just dump it back. Dump it back in the
Oh,
bowl.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's not to get any kind of moisture out or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
And it's I think this is what you use a salad spinner for. I'm sorry, I'm Filipino. All right. So we got that nice mango salad right over there. That actually looks really yummy. All right, folks. Just gonna wash my hands and start plating. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and plate this salad real quick. I'm gonna put my computer camera right over there. Look how wonderfully colorful this is. This looks so yummy.
That is really pretty. I'm gonna get a plate for me.
Oh, there's fish sauce on my laptop. One thing, folks, is that fish sauce, you want to make sure that you don't get it all over the place because you will still kind of salty. You won't just be salty. All right, got fish sauce out. Good thing I have my Microsoft warranty on that. All right, and we're just gonna get this tomato mango salad. I'm gonna put it on a bowl. All right. So again, Filipino cooking, we do not have that many salad dishes.
Mm-hmm.
But the sons that we do have, like they make good complementary dishes.
Mm-hmm.
So in Korean cooking, they call it bonchon. For
Mm-hmm.
us, I think we call it not inuman, ulam maybe. I know my mom calls it ulam. Like you need something other than kind of like the meat dish that you're making. So good ulam. All right. And right now I'm just grabbing some rice and some of the adobo. And Salty, go ahead and put it on the stove can because I'm going to be there in a second. So I got the rice right over here. Some of this nice adobo. Right? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it right over here. Got some pieces right over here. Ooh, this one looks yummy. Look at this one. Like this one. I don't know if I get the light on it. Mmm, so good. And then I like a little bit of onions. So grab some onions. And you want to get a little bit of roux. Again, the roux does have oil in it, so if you're watching your weight, don't use too much. I like getting the roux, putting it over the chicken, and then a little bit over the rice. And you see those peppercorn pieces?
That's the money. Oh my gosh, that looks so good.
Yeah,
Mm.
it is money. Then one thing that my mom, when she wants to like treat the family, she just puts an egg on it. So right here I have a nice hard-boiled egg. Let me peel it over the sink. I'm gonna cut this egg in half. So you got that nice hard-boiled egg. Just gonna use a knife again with a dull knife. Just gonna add it right over here. Get a little bit of that roux, that nice salty, vinegary roux. A little bit in the egg. This is so yummy. Oh god, folks, this looks so good. Okay. All right. And here is the final piece.
Oh, that looks so good.
Let me turn on the light.
Oh. Oh, you know what I've always regretted not doing?
Sure.
Taking a picture of the finished product.
Oh,
Could you take a picture of that for us so we can put it on
yeah.
Instagram and our Facebook feed? I mean, we'll post it to the event, but that's like fun home cooking, I think.
Yeah.
And my chicken adobo is not ready yet. I think my hunks of meat were too big, so it's probably going to take another 10 or so minutes. So
Oh no. Oh, you gotta. So what I encourage you folks to do is follow Brian on his Instagram or on Facebook, and make sure you see his story, his live story, and I want to see your reaction to see how well it turned out. So if we don't have time today, definitely follow Brian. And I'm gonna do. Salty, can you do just a one shotter of Brian?
hey!
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yummy. Okay. Enough for our test. So, and I think Michelle mentioned this last week during their segment, but part of these cooking shows for the Asian culture is just like hearing people eat it,
Yes, Michelle
right?
said that. That was so fun.
So let's go ahead and try this. So I'm gonna move this right over here.
I'm gonna get a
Got that chicken
spoon and
adobo.
taste the salad.
Yeah, I'll try a salad too. So let me call my roommate over, see if she wants to try it. Britt, do you want to try this? Okay, so this is my first time making the mango tomato salad. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of tomato and a little bit of mango and a little bit of the onion. And the cilantro is all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be it.
That's good. It's very good.
The anchovy taste does work.
Yeah.
I don't really taste it, but I guess that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit underneath.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not a big I'm not a big red fan, like raw. Hey, Brittany, how's it going? I'm
She
not
can't hear you, but
raw.
they say hi.
I love marinated or
So this is tomato mango and onion. So go ahead and try that. Pretty good? Okay. So I think like what I would probably do different with this kind of dish is you definitely want to chill it. So after you make it, chilling it for a good 1 to 2 hours definitely changes like the texture and how it comes out. To me, it's a little soft, but I'm pretty sure if we just leave this for 1 hour and chill it, it's going to be yummy. So how do we eat with in Filipino culture?
With your hands.
With your okay, I'll show you how to eat with your hands. But typically, with Filipinos, there's no such thing as a knife. It's always a spoon and a fork. So in any kind of restaurant, it's always you. And I haven't done this for a long time, folks. But it's always like get the rice, get a little like the meat. So I get a little meat right over there. Oh, look
Ooh,
at
that
that.
is tender, Sarah. That is the way you're supposed to cook a chicken.
Yeah, look at that. Let's make this the ultimate bite right over here. Just a little bit of the egg,
Yeah.
a little bit of the chicken, a little bit of the rice.
I guess you've solved the chicken and the egg problem.
Just eat
Bad
both.
jokes. Bad jokes.
Do you want it here?
Daddy, dad
I will
jokes.
give Britt the official first bite. Thoughts? It's good?
Awesome. It sounds like it's a winner. God, I wonder how my freaking adult.
And to heat, I don't think I'm gonna try. Let me see. I can eat with my hands. Okay. So while they do that, folks, I'm gonna show you how real Filipinos eat. I don't normally eat with my hands, but just again, Filipino culture, third world country, eating with your hands is very commonplace.
That's
So
right.
being able to just grab the rice like this, just like that. Eat it just like that.
Oh, good, 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 good. So, like,
Then you
it's
get your chicken.
ready to me. Like, that looks like it's ready to me.
Ooh, that looks good. Oh, that looks so good, Brian.
Sarah, how about this one? Look at that.
Mmm.
So, I think that came out pretty gosh darn good. And then
Oh,
the
that looks spectacular.
and I think what I'll do is I'll try and maybe because this is like, let me see how it tastes.
Okay.
Oh my God, that's so good. Oh my
The
God.
chicken?
Yes. It's sweet and salty. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Yeah, and the thing is that it's such simple ingredients. Again, these are very common ingredients that people have at home. Maybe not the bay leaves. I mean, you should have bay leaves.
Oh yeah.
So, very common ingredients. Being able to get the chicken, eat it with the rice, nice jasmine rice to go.
Mhm.
You just eat it. Mmm, so yummy.
Okay, so
And it's just,
this is going to be my Instagram.
oh, it has to be. I'll send you our picture.
Yeah.
But again, I think my mom never used brown sugar, so my secret ingredient came again from Joe Coy. So thank you, Joe Coy. But brown sugar definitely gives that nice, like caramelized taste to it that makes it taste so yummy. So yeah. So
I have to like.
oh, that looks so good. Look, that. See, and guess what now, Brian? You and Jean Marie make the best adobo in the world. So you could lay claim to that. So because like no one else, like you make the best adobo, right? And again, folks, you could adobo anything. So if you wanted to use pork, if you wanted to use beef, there's so many ways you could do adobo. My mom would like just take like just whatever's in the freezer sometimes if we didn't have enough chicken and didn't have enough pork. She would just combine that together. So it's what it is. Again,
No, I want
excuse me. Oh, rice.
No, I want a picture of the food. I don't know. Are you okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
just a little bit of rice. I got too excited for you.
Oh my gosh. It is too freaking hot for my equipment in here. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but now is a good time to take your dish. I know you guys have a wonderful patio. Just relax. It's a beautiful day. Eat that adobo if you want with your hands. If not, with the spoon and fork. Like you guys did an amazing job.
Thank you. This looks so good. It looks like really get in there. Really get in there. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's going to taste just as
So I
good.
have to say that Brian is always like any meal we're at, whether it's breakfast, whether I'm just serving him like a piece of toast, like he's taking a picture and sending it to
Oh
me.
yeah.
So, you know,
There's those people. I'm one of those people too. So
I've started just putting it on my feed so that I'm not like boring everyone. I'm sorry, on my story so I'm not boring everyone with food because
yeah,
I imagine sometimes people get tired of seeing my food pics. But
Yeah.
God, it's stuff that I love, and Instagram I try and keep fun. So
yeah. I love, well, keep doing what you folks are doing. I love see what you folks are cooking on the weekends. It looks so amazingly good. So I think what's beautiful about this COVID-19 that we're in is everyone's cooking and trying out things that are different.
Hmm.
So, I mean, silver lining is being able to do shows like this and showing people how to cook like okonomiyaki, right? Or yaki or
Okonomiyaki, yeah.
okonomiyaki, or stir fry, or chicken adobo. So again, this is a really good thing to be able to build your skills. My partner makes pandesal, and my roommate makes pandesal. So it's amazing, right? The
Mhm.
things that you could do when you just slow down, take some time, and eat with your hands.
Oh yeah.
Have you made bread, Sarah, like everybody else on this planet?
Fun with
I'm
all.
sorry.
Have you been
It
making
was,
bread?
yeah, Brit makes bread, but I am not making bread right now. I'm just
Hmm.
well, I'm making chicken adobo.
Well, this is good.
So I
So
don't know
good.
what the spoon is, so I'm just gonna like take the rice and eat it with a serving spoon because it's cooked stuff in the kitchen. But
Oh my god. And Brittany's like showing me her pandesal that she's making. She wanted me to plug her pandesal. So this is Orchard City pandesal. We have 2 pieces left from the Saturday. So that's it. We only saved some for ourselves.
you have
So,
a
yeah.
fresh delivery.
Next Saturday if we're making another batch, but we might be doing something different. We'll see.
All right.
Cool. Wow. I think that's it.
Okay. Well, Sarah, it was so fun cooking with you.
So fun cooking
Um,
with you.
well, I mean, you and have been like members, leaders, coordinators, partners in crime for Pride for a while now. So
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed your company, but we've never gotten
Mm.
to cook together. And I've
Oh,
never
I
gone to
know.
your house to eat, and I've never gone to your house to eat your food. So this is like really
Yeah.
special to me. I got to eat with Tadashi several times at his house. I've
Very
eaten with Pat
cool.
and Michelle a few times at their house.
Yeah.
And now we get to eat virtually. But when this shit is
Nice.
all fucking over, I want us to cook our favorite home dishes and
Yes.
like have one big fucking queer buffet because
Oh yeah.
we
I
deserve
could do that.
it.
Absolutely. You sure do.
Well, bye, my friend. I love you and take care of
Bye.
yourself. And
Thank you
bye
for
to
having
Tiffany as
me.
well. Bye.
Bye.